Florida State is a massive favorite against BC on Saturday night in Doak Campbell Stadium. There is only one possible way that the Eagles can win this game, and I'm going to tell you what it is and whether or not it'll work against the Seminoles on Saturday night. Hey guys, thanks for hopping in today. Thanks for watching. Quick video on BC's game plan, what they should do against the Seminoles. If you're watching, if you're listening, do me a favor and hit this subscribe button right under my finger here, right under the logo. Certainly appreciate that. Smash thumbs up and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think that this is a realistic game plan for BC, what will end up happening here, and how it'll all go down on Saturday night. I've also got a quick recruiting nugget at the end, so stay tuned there as well. BC only has one way they can win this game. I think there are multiple paths for Florida State to find a win against Boston College and get their record to 4-0 on Saturday night at home on Bobby Bowden Field in Doak Campbell Stadium. But BC only has one path, and that path is to do three things, do them very, very well, and not go away from them. The game plan for BC has to focus around three things. One, defensively, they have to go all in on packing the box. Number two, they have to go all in on pressuring Tate as much as is possible, assuming that Tate Rodemaker does make the start for the Noles. Number three, they have to eliminate Tate's first reads. They can't allow him to get to that second and third progression. First of all, packing the box. Florida State's Trayshawn Ward leads the ACC in rushing yardage through the first 3 games of the season. Trey is going to have a ton of opportunity. That three-headed monster back there at running back will run the ball a lot. BC has not shown that they're able to stop the run at all, but they have to sell out to it. They cannot let Florida State's running backs beat them on Saturday night. They need to pack it in, load the box, and make Tate be the one to beat them. Second, they need to pressure Tate as much as they possibly can. I think they need to get after him. I think they not only need to pack the box and run blitz, I think they need to bring extra guys on passing downs as well. If they bring extra guys on passing downs and they are loading up the box, I think that they can get him with some happy feet. I think that they can force him into some mistakes, and I think that will be a huge key to their success on Saturday night. I would also try to mess up some timing of things. I would bump and run every single play to break up timing of routes. Tate did a very good job with his first read on Friday night in Louisville. He wasn't forced to make second and third and fourth reads very often. I know that Alex Atkins, FSU's offensive coordinator, said that he did make his second read on the game-winning touchdown to Johnny Wilson. It was a very quick read. Tight end wasn't open, and he immediately went to Wilson for the score over Brownlee. That can't happen if you're BC. You can't let him get to his second read. You've got to take away that first read. You've got to bring pressure so he doesn't have time to get to his second and third reads. FSU's offensive line is a little bit banged up as well. And so will he have the time and the ability to get to those reads? I think you want to play a single safety, bring up as much as you can secondary play to have more guys there in the box. They all kind of fit together, but defensively, this is Boston College's only path to a victory. The counter to all of this is screens and slants. You want slants that are quick timing plays. You want counters that take away the defensive's aggressiveness. I think that Florida State can do those things really, really well. They're going to ignore Tate on the read option, and I don't think that Florida State's going to try and run Tate on the read option a ton. I don't believe Tate to be a threat to run the ball as much as obviously you think Jordan Travis is or would be. He did have a nice pickup on a third down and kind of a broken play that he ran out and got a first down. The Noles end up scoring on that drive. But Boston College doesn't need to play this carefully. They need to go after the back, eliminate Ward, Benson, and Toafili, and make Tate beat you. The thing is, if you're Boston College and you're doing all this, this is a game plan you have to stick with all night. You can't go away from this. Now, if Florida State puts up 28 points in the first quarter with you running this kind of off, yeah, maybe you go away from it then and you just try and play them straight up. But I don't think BC can play Florida State straight up and have any kind of success here. I'd let Tate score 30 points before I stopped this plan because it is a pass fail. It's a suicide type plan. You're going all in on this strategy, hoping it works. Boston College has zero chance to win the game if it's played straight up and they sit back in a normal defense. They've got to go take some risks, make some chances, and go after it that way. It really makes you wonder, will BC's coach be as aggressive as this? Will he go all in on something like this? I think the only other way is that if you sit back, you're just kind of game planning or banking on Tate to just have a terrible game and that be the way you win. I don't think that that'll be enough. I think that Florida State will run the ball and they'll win the game. I don't think they'll put the ball in Tate's hands enough to let him make enough mistakes to lose them the game. And so BC's got to be very, very aggressive with this. All this said, I don't believe that this will work. I think this is a possibility. I think there's a 10 to 15% chance that if BC does this, Florida State falls into some traps and isn't able to move the ball. They struggle, too much pressure on Tate, first read's gone, running game isn't working. There's maybe a 10 to 15% chance of that working, but it's a 0% chance if they just play us straight up. And so I think that this is BC's path to winning. We'll see if they can execute it, but my money's still on the Noles here. I don't think running this gimmicky type defense works often. I don't think kind of getting out of what you're used to works very often. I don't know if BC has the athletes to make this work and make this effective, but they might as well try. I think a 10 to 15% chance is better than a 0 to 5% chance of winning a game. They're not beating Florida State straight up. If they play back and you see BC not crowding the box early, kick your feet up, Noles fans. It's going to be a fun night, and it's going to be an easy night for this running back unit, this offensive line, and this quarterback, whether it's Tate or Jordan. If Jordan starts, you can discount this entire video because Florida State's going to win, and they're going to win going away by, I'd say, 20-plus points. We'll see what happens. I told you about a quick recruiting nugget. There's a lot of smoke around Hakeem Williams committing tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned for the channel. Again, hit subscribe. We'll go live as soon as that happens or doesn't. Whatever his decision is, we'll get on here and talk about it. But I've heard some smoke around another big-time visit coming for the Noles in that Wake Forest game. Check out Noles 247. Those guys do a great job, and they can kind of tell you a little bit about who's visiting for this Boston College game. But I'm working on confirming there is a potential another huge target that's coming to Florida State for the Wake Forest game. And we'll keep you updated as soon as we have more information there. But I want to tell you guys something. More fireworks are coming. A lot of excitement. Things have started really well in this first month of the 2022 season, both on the field and off for the Seminoles. Stay tuned to the channel. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this game plan is what BC should go with? Do you think it's what they will go with? How effective do you think it should be? Noles are going to win this game on Saturday night if they don't shoot themselves in the foot. But this is maybe BC's one way to find a way to upset Florida State in Doak Campbell Stadium on Saturday night. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. We will talk with you soon. Go Noles.